Is the weekend. It's already favored, right? We've got Sporto boots in this hour. So we're gonna keep your Tootsies warm. We're gonna keep you looking adorable, cute, chic. And remember, Sporto's the company that 40 years ago created the duck boot, the duck shoe. Do you remember those? Where you could just go through any puddle, any snow pile, and you were still warm and dry. I used to have a pair, and so did my friend, Cindy Matthews. She is our guest today from Sporto. If you love Sporto like I do, call us. We're gonna put that number up for you. Hi. Hi, 40 years for the duck boot.
Isn't that amazing?
Congratulations to Sporto.
It's amazing.
Still a family-run company, too.
I love that, and I love that now we've been able to have the technology to keep your feet warm and dry in even more stylish ways.
Super cute.
This is so cute. I love with this one, notice the zippers on the outside of the ankle, which is kind of almost has that like moto chic feel, just a little bit to it with that, just a nice low inch heel. Very comfortable, a little bit of a lug sole. Here, I'm gonna grab a lighter color.
So we're calling these the water resistant. We're gonna dunk. Suede, we're gonna pour. Suede tassel. Here's the tassel on the boot. Nice zip. Well, I'll show you how it unzips and you can step in. We're gonna give you all those colors. And look, even if you have a high arch, you can still get your foot in there. Like we're here in Florida, no sock is probably gonna be required, depending on where you live. You can still go and wad up those socks if you want to. These colors are fantastic, and because 'tis the season, we have not only holiday gift returns all the way till the January 2017, it sounds so crazy to say that, but also brand new. Everything in the hour is basically brand new. Let's go through these colors. Oh, okay, so fantastic. We have your, what color are we calling this today? First of all, here, let's be chocolate. Here's chocolate.
The easy one.
The easy one. Here's gray. Then we have the navy. Here's like my bad game show. Okay, there's the black, here's the wine, and then
this is the taupe.
The taupe. And the taupe is, good name. Yeah, it really is a taupe.
We do get creative with the color name sometimes. This one works out very well. But isn't that great? It's such a cool feel to it. It's very sharp with that zipper. Once again, on the outside of your ankle, can you see that micro fur? We start with that faux shearling at the top, goes down for a couple inches, and then it transitions to a micro fur lining throughout the inside of the boot. It is so soft and snuggly. It does feel really great if you just slide your bare foot inside. Nice and comfortable, especially right now where a lot of us, we're still in those places where it can be in the 50s and 60s during the day. We haven't hit the really cold temperatures yet, so you might be wearing your booties like this, barefoot with your jeans rolled up a little bit, and even you know, 3/4 sweater or top, and then in a month or two you're going to want to wear your Sporto socks and your coats.
We need to put up the info about those Sporto socks because every single year they sell out. They're just back in stock. If you love the Sporto socks, I want to hear from you too. The item number is going to be on the bottom of the screen for those. Here are sizes. Okay, remember, we do have half sizes for you as often as possible. In this case, same thing. It is a 5.5 to size 12, medium or wide, and there are whole and half sizes all the way up to size 10, and then it's a solid 10, 11, or 12. Now, let's talk about how high the shaft is. If you have fuller calves, athletic calves, as you like to say.
That's it. I like to pretend mine are athletic.
It all works. 6 3/4 inches in height, and then the opening of the leg is 12 inches. So if you haven't really found a satisfactory mid-calf knee boot, or you just found one, but it's too expensive, you don't want to fight it, this is perfect for you.
Yeah, for most of us, your calf muscle won't really come into play with this height of a shaft, which is really nice if you are like me and have a little bit of trouble, you know, finding those tall boots to fit the calf circumference. That's what I like about this. You get all the style and the feel, a little bit taller shaft. That front, I love that little bit of faux fur peeking out the top.
Here, hold this one. Oh, wait, hold the gray. Hold the gray. Sorry, I'm decking you out.
Oh,
isn't that perfect
so I
with
coordinate
her cape?
Perfectly. Isn't that nice? Yeah, we have the cape coming up in a little bit too.
That's good.
But I think we should show off one of the best features of the Sporto suede. The suede is treated before we cut the pieces and to make any of our shoes or boots. So you don't have to worry about it. It's water resistant. So if you're wearing this boot and you happen to get caught out in the rain, it starts to rain while you're having lunch with a friend, you don't have to panic. Let me grab a different color so it shows up. How about that? The taupe should be a good one, just so you can really see that you don't have to worry about it. You can actually wear these outside. They're made to go outside. We want you to get outside, enjoy the seasons, and the changes. This is that time of year where it can start out sunny, it can be raining. Before we know it, it's gonna be flurries. In the mountains, they're already getting that. that. I was looking at all the temperatures across the country. A lot of 40s this morning. It is starting. That fall season is really starting to hit. My favorite time of year, because you do have the pumpkin festivals, the apple orchards are open. There are all kinds of neat, fun things to do. Football games that you want to be outside. You don't want to have to leave the event early because you're uncomfortable. We want you to be warm. We want you to be dry, but we also want you to be stylish. So
outdoor
we pack everything.
Concerts, did you already say that? I'm sorry,
No,
in my mind I'm making plans. Yeah,
I love it.
Right? So you
That's
want
what it's all about.
Exactly. Or you stay because you don't want to break up the party, right? And your feet are miserable and you get home and you're just chilled to the core. Your daughter in college, your granddaughter, your niece, you just, you know, taking on that airport from one end to the other. You're traveling. Right. You need the right gear. So here are those, I think, very fashionable boots. 4 monthly payments at $22.48. I think these are a universal pair of boots. They're not too pointy. They're not too roundy. They are a soft almond shape to the toe that when I see these, I think, you know what? I could have worn these 10 years ago, and I'm gonna be able to wear them 10 years from now because the style is that universal, a little bit of an equestrian feel, but not like I'm expected at the, you know, the horse barn soon. Although I would not be unhappy with that at all. But that's what I love about this is that it's got a side angle. It's very universal. You know what the skinniest part of my body is?
What?
My wrist and my low leg. It's the weirdest thing. So I actually have a hard time finding the opposite, right? I have a hard time finding tall boots because then it looks like, what happened to the, well, she got the wrong size.
Where's the rest of your leg?
Right, exactly. So if you're like me and you have a bird leg or you're athletic like Cindy, it's totally up to you, but it's nice to have those choices. And sometimes, let's say you are in Gulf states or out west in certain parts and or you're perfect for fall right now and you're thinking of fall, you don't want a full boot. Right? You just want that perfect sweet spot, and it's right here for you. Love this navy blue with your denim and your indigos. You get really dressed up that way with your boot cuts.
And it's so fun that right now, during this transitional season, so many people are wearing the cropped pants, cropped jeans with their booties, and you can even roll them up a little more so you get that little bit of skin right there above the top of the boot. This is about 1.25 inches for the heel height, so just a little bit of lift, but look at that great styling, the lug sole look, the great traction. So let's face it, you go outside right now, it can be dew on the grass that is slippery. You want that extra advantage, that grip on the ground. I was in New York just a couple days ago, walking my friend's dog in Central Park, and I wore my sneakers, and 5 minutes after running through the grass, my socks were wet, and I'm thinking, what was wrong with me? I had Sportos in my suitcase. I went back to change because my Sportos kept my feet dry, and they gave me the traction I needed on those the wet grass. Wet leaves do the same thing.
Have you ever fallen before? Oh. It's so scary. It really is upsetting. I mean, forget the fact that you're embarrassed or whatever, like you could crack your skull open. I mean, it's really, really frightening. And I've fallen before on wet cobblestones, Savannah, Georgia. And you never forget, right? You never forget. And so if you're thinking about, you're going to a city you're not familiar with, or you know that you're gonna be taking, you know, the high road and the low road and everywhere in between, you need to have these to be sturdy on your feet, to have that fashion forward statement. And you see how we're showing to you on our gorgeous models? Skinny legs, no problem. Skinny jeans, no problem. Leggings, jeggings, tuck them in, no problem. Boot cut over the top, no problem. Can we just show how we pour water one more time? Because this is a world famous demonstration here.
This is my favorite thing to do because you don't think of taking gorgeous suede boots.
She does it at home when she's not even here.
I have put them in my kitchen sink before just for fun. I have.
Of course.
I put it on Facebook.
Oh, that's cute.
But because our suede is treated in the manufacturing process, these are made to go outside. They're water-resistant suede. So too many times you get up to the register at a store and they'll be like, oh, if you'd actually like to wear these beautiful suede shoes outside,
would you like
we highly recommend you buy the spray. We've done the work for you. You don't have to worry about it. If you happen to get them dirty, they can get, as we get farther into the cold months, you might get salt marks. Wait till they're dry to the touch and you can brush it off. That goes for the mud, the dirt. You don't have to worry about it.
It's like nonstick cookware.
Isn't that nice? Don't be afraid of your own shoes. We want you to get outside. The droplet that sits on top. That's why we say, wait till they're dry to the touch on the outside, because that water can just sit on top of the suede and then you brush off that dirt.
Look at that. It's like a salamander that was on my car the other day. That is a droplet of water. All right, I know we have to wrap up on these.
I love
You're such a good sport, Sporto. Sporto, Cindy. Water-resistant suede tassel boot at $89. Free shipping and handling. Jackets coming.